Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. So my rogue deck here is got a reasonably good chunk of low-cost killing serve cards, and has quite a bit of card drawing, which is good. It's very heavily concentrated in the 2 casting cost area. So the mana curve is giving the index finger rather than the other one, for once. But as long as I can keep drawing the cards to fuel all that low casting cost stuff, and if I can keep killing their things, clear the board, I should be okay. I don't have assassinates, so killing really large creatures could be very difficult. I don't have any silence either, so killing creatures which have been buffed to be gigantic somehow can also be a problem. But it's pretty hard to have your deck be good at everything. Just a Warlock here. I'm going first, which I don't like, and these are not the ideal creatures that I would have. I'm going to ditch the Brewmaster because he's probably more useful later on. I'm going to keep the Master of Disguise because I'm just afraid that I'll get no creatures. Okay. Even if she's all alone, she's still a 4/4 for 4. Could be worse. That potentially sets me up for something on a 3rd turn. But I'm going to take a beating here before then. I wish I had the stupid coin. If I was going second, I would have had an awesome start with this guy. Because then a 2/1 could kill that, and oh, I'd be laughing. But no, I am not going to be laughing. If you're really wondering why I didn't attack him for one, it's because I am going to Deadly Poison my dagger next turn. Deadly Poison, I can stab her, which is my life total is gonna be very low, but I'll have the board advantage anyway. So yes, Deadly Poison, and that gives me the combo for my ringleader, so I get twice as many creatures out of him. And then I can stab that stupid fairy dragon, because it may be immune to spells and hero powers, but is not immune to being stabbed in the face.
Don't mess with us.
Opponent plays his own multi-creature creature, which is okay. I suppose the thing to do would be to stab her, and you know what? So I'm gonna kill the hog just in case, and hit my opponent for 2. And then, instead of playing the Master of Disguise for no particular reason, I'm going to play the slightly larger Brewmaster and return my Ringleader to my hand so I can sort of multi-creature him again later. I mean, you're only gaining this little tiny bit out of it. It's not like that's a tremendously strong play, but it's decent. I mean, if I played her instead, then I would still have another 2/1 in play, so I'd be able to do more damage next turn, actually. But you know, my opponent was willing to use a Soulfire and discard a card just to kill him, so that's okay. Let's see. Ooh, that would be big. What am I going to do about this guy, though? I suppose I could just ignore him for the moment. Another possibility is I hit him with this to get rid of the bubble, then I eviscerate him. Or no, that won't kill him. Yeah, okay, and as to that, I'm not doing that plan. That was a stupid plan anyway. I was thinking I'd eviscerate him and then I'd combo this guy out. But I don't want to play the eviscerate without the combo. It doesn't work as well. So yeah, I think I'll just play a gigantic Twilight Drake and hit my opponent and let him have his crazy bubble guy for now. I guess gigantic is a relative term. It's not gigantic, but fairly big. Of course, if he gets silenced, then he becomes quite feeble. So if my opponent could say had an owl, that would be a very strong play right now. Owl this, then kill him, which would just cost the bubble. He's going to discard another card. He's really going the card disadvantage route. I'll see if I can go the card advantage route and take him out. That might actually work out pretty well this turn. Not mana-wise. Mana-wise, it works out kind of horribly. But if I Fan of Knives... Yeah, it's not actually quite what I was thinking.
So many options.
I have a lot more cards than my opponent, though. I could Fan of Knives and put out a dagger. Kill him with my dagger, I'd be taking a bunch of damage, but I kill her with the Fan of Knives. Suppose I could leave him alive. Fan of Knives, finish her off with this guy. I'd leave my opponent with a 3-1 there. But then I'd cast my Defias Ringleader again and get back some stuff. I think I do definitely want to kill some of them this turn. I don't want to have all that stuff beating on me. I'm going to do that. I don't know if this is the best move, but it's what I'm going to do. Let's see what I draw first. Yeah, it doesn't really change anything. I don't know what he's laughing at.
Yeah, beat it.
My life total is lower, and my opponent can draw cards fairly comfortably as long as my life total is lower, frankly. Play a lot of stuff. Interesting. I do wonder. I might have to just eviscerate him because he's bad, but I don't really have to. Like, I could play the Shattered Sun Cleric, give this guy +1/+1, kill that. And I guess kill that too. It would leave me with Shattered Sun Cleric and whatever I want to play for 4 mana. Actually, that works out pretty well if I play her for 4 and stealth the Shattered Sun Cleric so this thing can't just kill her. That's kind of cool. Let's do that.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Enter the shadows.
Because it's cool is really not the best game logic necessarily. I think in this case it's working out to be beneficial, though. That leaves me with pretty good stuff in play. And it does protect her from this thing. So he's going to draw another card. Makes sense. Now we're on even terms card-wise. So his Warlock card drawing is going to get him a long ways. This game is really up for grabs. Could go either way. Stuff in my hand seems okay, but it's hard to tell.
So many possibilities.
If I had to, I could do 5 damage to a creature next turn by playing him and then this, which would get the combo and his spell damage. Okay. So unless he... Right, so that's just going to get killed by one of these two, which is fine. Another Ringleader. Ah. I can kill that with her, and then heal her damage with the Darkscale Healer, which would heal me too, because I need it. That's 5. Now, I still have enough mana left to cast another Ringleader. Not too shabby. I think I do want to clear the board somewhat. So I'm gonna kill it with this, and I'm gonna do the same thing with her.
Push forward.
It's just in this version, my opponent has less creatures alive.
Blades ready. For not
Now, do I want to play the Ringleader or the Novice Engineer? I think I'd still rather have the Ringleader.
This is our town. Yeah, beat it.
Just more stuff. So I have quite an army in play. Now it's time for him to wipe out my army somehow. It's not Twisting Nether, so that's a good thing. He had enough mana there. That's fairly large and annoying. Okay. Ooh. I'm going to use that to do damage to my opponent. I'm going to use one of these guys to blow her up.
So many
I'm going to use him and an Eviscerate to kill that guy. And I'm going to use the Rocketeer to just start pummeling my opponent. Sound good? Sounds good. I'm going to use her to kill that because I'd rather have the one creature with 3 toughness and one creature with 5 instead of having them both at 4, just in case of AoEs. Because one spell power plus a Hellfire would do 4 damage to everything. The 5 is a little bit harder to get rid of. That's how I see it. Also, Shadow Bolt and Soulfire are Warlock cards that can do 4 damage to a minion, so 5 toughness is a nice place to be.
Blades ready.
Okay, that triggers the combo for my Eviscerate. Shoot him. Trade there. And then she's the Eviscerate that is still alive until something happens to it. So, position has shifted somewhat in my favor now. Of course, my opponent's still drawing cards like a madman, as he really needs to if he can, until he finds a way out of this problem. The Lord of the Arena slows me down a little bit, but it doesn't save him at all. I don't need any cards from my hand. I just go like this and that. Yeah, because my dagger would have finished him. Okay. So that went pretty well. Well, let's keep going. So I just hit level 25 with my rogue, just XP that you get from playing games. I thought it was every 5 levels that it gave you a new gold card, but I guess maybe it slows down to every 10 levels after 20 or something, because, I don't know, but I just got level 25 and it didn't give me a gold version of one of my common rogue cards, which is previously what it's been doing every level that's divisible by 5. And it's a mage. That is not as
You
good.
asked for it. Watch your...
Nope, I do get the extra card, though. That makes me a little happier. I've got 2 of my most expensive guys in my hand. I'm going to pitch them. I think I'm going to keep the Brewmaster, just because hand can always get worse. Deadly Poison should go well with the Ringleader, and theoretically the Brewmaster could too, but against a mage, there's no way that the Ringleader is still going to be alive by that point. That is a very strong first turn play. I could save the coin for the Questing Adventurer, but I don't trust him to live that long. I'm still very fond of Coin Ringleader for my first turn play, even though my opponent has something to kill the 2/1. In fact, if she casts a spell, this will get +1 attack, so she casts any spell to kill him, and then kill him like that. Kind of annoying, but this is still how I start things off. He's killing that one, doesn't want to bounce, that's fine. I could eviscerate it, but that would be kind of silly because I can also just stab it. She can blow up my thug next turn, but c'est la vie. Except for the thug, c'est la mort. Death. But anyhow, that's not very pleasant. It works out okay though. I mean, I could buff up my dagger, but I don't want to do that with 1 toughness left. Not unless I'm getting something else good out of it or is really important. But what I can do is I can use the Shattered Sun Cleric to make this guy big enough that he can kill the Raging Worgen, who is frankly a monstrosity and is extremely dangerous to me. I'm going to attack. It's probably silly to do that, because I don't think I'm going to have mana to make myself a dagger next turn, but I am kind of going to want a fresh one for this. Ah, okay. She's just doing 1 damage to me. It's better than having her cast something. If I did have a dagger out, I could go questing and then poison, but no, that's fine. I'm just going to cast the Brewmaster.
I'll put it on your head.
Does force her to do something about it. 4 toughness is enough that it takes a little bit more effort to kill. Like it take a spell and her Fire Blast rather than just a spell, hopefully. And if she doesn't kill it, she's going to take a lot of damage, so it does sort of put her in a place.
Get behind me.
That'll do it. Or will it? I think the solution to that is I'm going to play Questing Adventurer.
Give me a quest.
And now that I've played a card, I get the combo on Eviscerate, do 4 damage to him, conveniently making my Adventurer bigger, and then inflict a ton of damage on my opponent. Makes me happy. Try and maybe save him for after she does an AoE of some kind. We'll see what the situation dictates. Pretty soon, though, I should probably get a dagger and poison. It really depends what she does, though. I've got good choices in my hand. Argent Commander can kill something if it's something good. If it's something with a low power, I can photo it. It's interesting that she'd rather polymorph the Questing Adventurer, who could become pretty large pretty fast, instead of this guy who's large now. It may be a wise choice, but, you know, I'm fine with it this way. I think I am actually... On the one hand, I hate to use the Argent Commander to not kill something right away, but on the other hand, he can survive an area spell, or like if she Flame Strikes, it won't kill him. She needs to be able to Fire Blast him and then Flame Strike. I don't want to put out too many forces now that she's getting into Flame Strike territory, and this way I'll be doing a friggin' ton of damage without risking too many cards from my hand. I still retain all these choices. It's just if she has a big creature, it'll be hard to kill. But I'm going to go for this. It's a very aggressive option.
Another round. Victory.
Again, it's quite possibly just a horrible mistake, but there's pretty good logic behind it. This is, if she has a Flame Strike, she'd want a Flame Strike now, but it's not very good for her to Flame Strike and only take out his bubble, like the Flame Strike without finishing him. So that would put her in place. Using single target stuff is very easy for her to kill him. She just shoots him with this and then play any cheap-ass spell and kill him, but it'd be hard for her to kill them both and still Fire Blast him. You know, Fire Blast him and still do 2 damage to him and still do 4 damage to him. That
For the crusade!
probably takes multiple cards. Okay. Yep. I'm going to hit you for so much damage on your next turn. You must have something else to do. Okay. She wishes she could kill him. She can't because she didn't have any way to freeze him first. But it does stop him from attacking for 1 turn, which is pretty good. See, I don't really want to play a whole bunch of creatures because I think she's going to try and AoE them. But I need to have enough out to threaten to kill her. I have to have enough out that if she doesn't do something, she will die.
So many options.
I'm going to shiv her, and I'm probably going to be stabbing her, but I'm going to see what I draw. Yeah. I'm going to hit you for 4. I don't have any way to kill that and play anything useful. I'm just gonna... This is probably dumb, because I'm probably not being aggressive enough. Oh, you know what? I am gonna play the Ringleader. It seems like a compromise. If she has the Flame Strike, she can kill them all, but now she has to do something fairly radical, or I will kill her. If I didn't do this, then almost any, like, mage removal-y, freezing sort of card could save her next turn. Like, killing this guy would be enough to keep her alive for another turn. Now she has to do no more. Now she actually has to do an AoE or something. There's definitely put a lot more pressure on her for that one card.
My shield for
I was gonna say, unless there's like a Defender of Argus coming, I was literally getting ready to say that. I just couldn't think of his name. It was like, how is this guy gonna help unless you can Defender of Argus him? Okay, that stops a little bit of the attacking in theory. We will see how much. She only has 1 mana left. There's probably not that much she can do. She could Arcane Missile and hope it kills this guy.
What to do?
Or him. That'd be fantastic for her. But it's very random and only 3 damage spread out between them and me. Okay, I really ought to be able to kill her this turn. So, I think that's pretty easy. I betrayal this guy.
Here we
Then I stab him. Yes, I'm taking a lot of damage in the face. I don't have to, but now I win.
another round. Victory!
Okay. So far, so good. It's not just the ability to kill creatures all over the place that's helping me win. It's sort of the combination between that and drawing all these Defias ringleaders, who's just so efficient with that other stuff. That's mostly what I'm focusing on so far as helping me win, but no, it's been going so well. It's been going a little bit too well, actually. I'm starting to get concerned. But we'll see how much further I can go next time. At least for the first time in ages, I've gotten to the up to 3 wins without having a loss first. So yeah, I'll see you next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.